Hello vinyl community, this is Sean and this is my third video for YouTube, and for this video I decided to show some recent purchases that I made over the last 3 weeks, and at the end I'll show some purchases I made November, December of 2023 last year, Christmas market in Nuremberg. So I'll start with the first 4 records that I'll show are from Best Buy, because we bought our children some laptops. The laptops decided to fry out at the same time pretty much, so we helped out with the purchases for my kids, and we had some bonus cash for that, or bonus credit, whatever you will. And my wife, I didn't know about it, my wife decided to surprise me with it and said, hey, do you want to spend this money? And I said, sure. I knew that they had vinyl records in Best Buy. Whenever I went into the vinyl record section, I wasn't very impressed, but because they didn't really have much selection, and some of the shrink wrap was torn, or bent corners and that kind of thing, and they didn't discount them, so they were expensive. But online, they have a wide variety of choices. So just like in Target, or just like Amazon does. Maybe a little bit more expensive than Target and Amazon, but still a wide variety to choose from. And the first one I picked up was $36. U2, the Joshua Tree, probably their most well reviewed record, I guess, along with Octoon Baby. And very happy to have this one. I didn't have this one on vinyl, just CD. So this one comes with polyline liners, but it also comes with the original inners, which is a nice touch. That they came in the center of the gatefold. And there's the second one. It also came with a booklet. So whenever you buy a U2 record, you'll always pretty much always have the booklets. You'll always have the extra stuff. They don't skimp on the extras, which is nice, which is what I like. You pay a little bit more, but it's worth it. And this is the booklet. And it's basically got more pictures, and it's got lyrics, and it's about, I'd say, probably 10 or so pages. And the gatefold is a great picture of the band there in Arizona, in front of a Joshua Tree. Okay, so for the next one that I picked out was R.E.M. Eponymous. This is a compilation. I'm trying to collect all the R.E.Ms, the studio albums, and also compilations. This one has the Radio Free Europe original hip tone. It's got Gardening at Night, a different vocal mix. And to round out side A is Talk About the Passion, So Central Rain, Don't Go Back to Rockville, and Can't Get There From Here. So really, really a great compilation. And then the second side, it says late, but I guess this was originally issued 1988. So this was just a compilation up until that point. And the second side had Driver 8, Romance, Fall on Me, the one I love, Finest Work Song, one of my favorite songs by R.E.M. And this is the Mutual Drum Horn mix. And the last song on the record is It's the End of the World as We Know It, and I Feel Fine. And it's produced by Scott Litt, who also, I guess, produced Monster. So just a really great pickup for $20 at Best Buy. And then the last 2 records are from the same band. They're called The Ocean Blue, and this one was, they started in 1989, their original LP. I think it's self-titled. Actually, that's the only full-length record I don't have. I'm almost completely, it's almost a complete collection with The Ocean Blue for me. So I'm just missing that debut album, which is the most popular album on Discogs from them. But this is Davy Jones' Locker, and this was originally 1999. This is a reissue, I think in 2023. So I got this record after my second video. So if I would have had it before, then I could have showcased this on my second video, which is the vinyl tag, the 80s vinyl tag, but didn't have it, so I'm happy to have it now. And this is on blue vinyl. Actually, I take that back. If I would have bought the 1989 record, I could have showcased it, but so I stand corrected. But this one's on blue vinyl, and this is a picture of the band. And the Ocean Blue Ultramarine was my last pickup from Best Buy. This one originally 2013, and the Ocean Blue, if you're not familiar with them, on this record there's a song called Denmark that's very good. You can look it up on YouTube and see if you maybe like the sound. That song is probably maybe the single that made it somewhat mainstream from this record. And then this one, like I said, was 2013, and this record, I don't know of any hits from it. I think, but it's in the same vein as Kings and Queens, Knaves and Thieves to me. I really enjoy it. It's on limited gold edition vinyl. And the record company is Corda Records, and it's actually founded by the Ocean Blue lead singer, which is escaping me right now, and also 8 or 9 other bands, their friends. They decided to pitch in and form a record company to support their music, and Innocence Mission is among those bands, which is on my want list. And then I have to check out the other bands, but that's the story with these two. Okay, so my next selection that I wanted to showcase was off a Whatnot auction, and this one is called Thomas Dolby, The Golden Age of Wireless. This is New Wave 1982, and it doesn't have Blinded Me with Silence on it. It actually was omitted from the original. They added it to later editions, but honestly, that one would have been, I think, out of place with this record, so I'm happy to have the OG. I listened to it this morning, and I really enjoy it. Leipzig, Flying North, I like. And Europa and the Pirate Twins, I believe, was a single off this one as well. And that's Thomas Dolby, The Golden Age of Wireless. Okay, so for my next purchase was off a Discog seller, and I decided to, the main record I was after was really a low-priced album. So I decided to see what other albums they had that were on my want list from the same seller and see if I could just make a multiple purchase with it. But so that's what I did with this one. I ended up paying like $25 for 3 records. And the main record I was after was, it's a Athens, Georgia band. They're called the Squalls, No Time. This guy looks a little bit familiar, but I can't place him. But anyway, this one has Take It All, Religion, Chic, SPQR. Not that anybody's ever heard of these, probably. But they're featured on Athens Inside Out, and as one of the bands that were on that compilation record. So I decided to put them on my want list a long time ago, and I decided to elevate them on my list because there's not really too many around. They go for cheap, yes, but they're also rare. So I just wanted to make sure I got a copy of it. And this one, the lead singer is Bob Hay, and Diana Carson also has vocals on this one. Actually, not on this one because the lead singer is Bob Hay for all the songs, but if you look on YouTube, Diana Carson plays the lead vocals in some of their songs, and I quite like it. And with this Squalls No Time, it came with with sort of like an advertisement. The name of the record company is Doggone Records, and it's founded by an R.E.M. producer, which I can't remember his name. I should be more prepared. But they have some bands that I've never heard of from the 80s. First one is Seven Simon's Clockwork, Vibrating Egg, and Snatches of Pink. And then they have a Doggone t-shirt, which would have been nice to have in the 80s, for $10. And so the other two records I picked up in that collection. The first one is Graham Parker, Another Gray Area. This one is it's a gold, it's a not promo copy. It's got the gold in the upper corner there. I don't know if you can see it there, but yeah. So I bought my first Graham Parker album about a year and a half ago, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I decided after listening to that and actually enjoying it and having it and playing it quite a bit to add the other Graham Parker titles to my want list. And so I'm glad it showed up on the list. The one I originally had was this Graham Parker Squeezing Out Sparks. And so this one here, it's kind of in the same vein, maybe not quite as good, but this one has an annoying saw cut, I guess because it's a promo, and the saw cut goes through to the inner, which is a bummer. But still, it's got the hype sticker, Temporary Beauty. You hit the spot, it's all worth nothing alone, fear not. So those were, I guess, the singles from this album. Okay, so for the next one, the last one I bought was as an EP, and my main music tastes are 60s, 70s, 80s, early 90s, and everything else is not my wheelhouse, but I do have, you know, other albums in my collection that are outside that time frame. But I decided one day to load up my Discogs want list with bands that I would like to maybe consider purchasing that sound good to me. And one of the ones I selected that popped up on the list for that seller, they're called Surfer Blood. This is an EP. It's called Tarot Classics. Not sure if they're new age. They don't seem to be. This band's from Florida, West Palm Beach, which is not too far away from my house. And the main song here that I guess made it big for them is Miranda, because they played this on Jimmy Kimmel. They opened up for the Pixies right around the same year that this was issued. I think they opened up for them in 2011, and that's when this album was released. And it's got 4 songs on side A, and then side B is, I guess, remixes of two of the songs on side A. But interestingly, they didn't remix Miranda, so I'm not sure why, since I think that was their main hit. But very, very good album, and I'm looking forward to maybe getting some other albums from them that aren't EPs. Okay, so my last few albums that I'll show is from the Nuremberg trip that we made to Germany, and this was late November, early December. And I'm trying to locate the first album here. There it is. So I went to 2 record stores in Nuremberg. The first one was Monotone, and then the second one was like right across the street from Monotone, or actually right around the corner. And they're kind of in the music district of Nuremberg. They had like they sold instruments. Nuremberg, really great city. The Christmas market's probably the best in Germany. My wife is German. She grew up, of course, in Germany, and she liked a band called Purr. And I guess most of the records are 80s. She's an 80s child, similar to me. 80s and early 90s. She's a little bit younger than I am. But this is called Per Underlinked Mare. And the name of the band is Per. They speak German. They sing in German. So not something that I would pull out, but I'm happy to pull out when me and my wife are listening, and she enjoys it immensely, and that's what's important. And this one, I think, is one of their earlier albums. I'm not sure of the year that it initially came out. I believe it's in probably the early 80s though. And very happy to have this one. One of the main reasons I went to the record store was to find records for her. So my wife's mother bought her another Per record that she surprised her with at the end of the trip. So she came away with 2 Per records. And the second one from that store was Eric Clapton. This is 461 Ocean Boulevard, my first Eric Clapton record, our first record, because my wife loves Clapton as well. This one's got I Shot the Sheriff, and it's a nice VG Plus, nice cover, and was happy to purchase this one for a good price there at that store. And then that was it for that store. And then I went around the corner. I was with my son, and so he helped me pick out these records. So I appreciate my son. His name is Joshua. And the first album from the second store that I bought, the name of the store is Vinyl. It looks like I0. I'm not sure if that's the actual name, but another great store. And I found the Farm Spartacus for 10 euros at a very VG Plus. If you want to pay for a record on Discogs from the Farm Spartacus, you'll pay a lot more. This is not the OG or anything, but it's a nice reissue. It's got actually 2 albums. I guess the Groovy Train is the main hit from this one, and side 2 is the same titles, I guess just remixes of the first of the main record. So really good pickup on this one. Okay, and then the second record I bought from that store was the Blue Aeroplanes, the Swagger, and this includes Jacket Hangs. I think this is their most popular Blue Aeroplanes record on Discogs. So this one, I guess that's the only hit off that record, the alternative hit anyway. But a band that I really admire and that I hope to have more records from is the Blue Aeroplanes. And this one, it's rated as VG on the sticker. And again, I paid 10 euros for this, and it's hard to get that record on Discogs at a low price. And it plays more like a VG Plus. So this is probably, there's a picture of the band there on the sleeve. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'm very happy with my recent purchases. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you'd like to, please like and subscribe. Until next time, we'll see you.